In this video, we're going to look at a 1976 Mark II Triumph Stag. It's one that we came across when we were up visiting the British Motor Museum recently, where we saw the last ever Triumph Stag to come off the production line. Now, we talked to the owner, Robin Scales, who gave us a lot of insight into all sorts of different things, actually. Not only was he a lovely chap to have a chat with, he also gave us a little bit of background and history to the political scene at the time that these engines were manufactured. And if you stay on, you'll get to hear his beautiful V8 burble. Let's jump in.
Yes, it's
please.
76.
Walk around it. Yeah.
76.
1976. Yeah.
Originally, it was damson, and I found it out by doing the old thing of contacting the DVLA and getting all the logbooks, and I found out for 10 years it was damson.
Right. Okay.
And then it was fully repainted, complete down to metal.
Yes.
Because I've not found a piece of damson on it.
Have you not? No.
And I've done the complete interior, so I've had all the carpets up.
Yeah.
So inside everywhere
It's
is
the
same. So
same colour.
So it was a bare metal.
Yeah.
And my wife said to me, "But you had an original engine, original everything. Why didn't you want the original colour?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, it's 40 odd years old, and it only spent 10 years as damson,
as it came out
and
the
it
factory.
spent 30 plus years more of a pimento.
Yeah. Yeah.
So plus I like red.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Why not? Absolutely.
So
It's a brilliant finish, isn't it? The bodywork is immaculate. It really is.
But I haven't done the bodywork. I'll be perfectly honest. It's had a refresh this year because I managed to dent the driver's door.
Oh no.
So
right,
when they fixed that,
yeah,
they said, "Well, we can brighten it up for you."
yeah,
So the top has been sprayed.
Okay.
Not like it was before complete, but the top's been sprayed, and they've done a very nice job. I think it looks lovely.
No, it does absolutely.
And I think the other key is keep your wheels clean and shiny. Don't let them, as soon as they start to go,
yeah,
that's when the car starts to look old.
Looks
So
a
I
bit
always have to keep mine clean and tidy. And I usually keep a rag in the back for the front wheels because of the brake dust.
They get worse.
You give them a lick round with the thing, and you don't need to do
it.
it.
Comes off. They look like a diamond cut as well.
Yeah.
Are they diamond cut polish? They look very. It's just hard work.
Just hard work. The only change I had was having problems with the auto box.
Right.
And I spoke and I tried to get. I said, well, everything else is original. I'd like it, the original.
Yeah.
And I went for the 4-speed conversion.
Right. Okay.
Oh my goodness, it is fabulous.
Is it? Yeah.
It is fabulous, and I would advise anybody who's worried about it.
Yeah. Do it.
Do it because it really does turn it into a real cruiser.
That's interesting.
And I found it very good indeed.
So what kind of running gear have you got? You've got a sort of box and.
So it's the original engine. It's got the 4-speed auto on there.
Yeah.
Because the other thing about that, because I was concerned about things like, will it change your speedo?
Yeah.
But the speedo is taken off the back of the gearbox.
Right. Okay.
So it's taken it from your prop shaft. So there's no
change. Okay. So it's calibrated.
And the guy that got me tyres for me went to a great deal of trouble to find the right rolling size.
Okay.
Because one of the problems when a lot of cars originally had cross plies, for example, is you can't get a radial that works with it.
Right.
Ruins your speedo, ruins your mileage. But he's managed to find some tyres that, and the other thing is, of course, they match the wheel arch.
They do. Yes, they do.
And you often see that with a classic car. The tyres look wrong.
Yeah.
And that's.
No, they look bang on, don't they? They really do. Yeah. This should be in the showroom itself, in the museum.
No, I don't
right,
think
it
so.
should. It is beautiful.
I did the carpets during lockdown.
Yeah, okay.
Because that's such a major job, because every component inside has to come out.
Has to come out. Yeah.
I work.
Zoom in here, James. Have a look. Yeah.
I work for Ford and I work for Land Rover, and a modern car.
Yeah.
I have one carpet that's moulded.
Yeah.
Pop it in.
And that's it.
I think
Job's
this
done.
had 16 different pieces, and you have to glue them in one at a time.
Yeah, there is a pattern.
So it took a long time to get all those done.
Yeah. And you got some original seatbelt buckles there. They're rare as hen's teeth now to get hold of.
Exactly. I've been trying to get a belt to do to spruce it up a bit. But, as you say,
they're really hard to find.
I did have an order.
Yeah.
But when the COVID came in, the ships and all, and Brexit and everything else, they just can't get hold of them anymore.
No.
So I should say, if anybody out there's got a nice driver's seat belt and buckle,
you'll be very interested.
I'll be interested to complete the car.
To complete the set, yeah. Oh, that's amazing, really good. And what's she like to drive?
The reason I got this car is that I took early retirement. I wanted a TR6.
Yes.
A red TR6. If they do say it, cars, motorbikes, it's the one that's popular when you first get involved.
Yeah.
Are the ones you want to stick with.
Yeah.
And I wanted a TR6.
Yeah.
And I was looking around, but I saw this one on the notice board next door in the Jaguar Land Rover.
Okay.
And I went to see it, and I was completely smitten.
Yeah, I can see why. Absolutely.
And I've driven it, and I was talking to a guy with a TR6, said, oh, that's really nice. And we talked about the different characteristics of the cars and what we used them for.
Yeah.
And he said to me, you realise you've bought the car you should have bought. Because the TR6 is a sports car. This is much more of a grand tour.
It is. Yeah,
so
yeah.
we go down to Goodwood, we go all around in it, and it doesn't miss a beat.
No.
It really is. One of my other childhood things, I want to go to the Giant's Causeway. So that's now we're free again. We're going to drive over and do a bit more touring with it.
Okay.
Obviously, we'll do the Goodwood Classic Revival again.
Yes.
So always a good time.
Yes. Yeah.
And trying to get to a few more events this year.
Well,
It's a good thing working at the British Motor Museum. The
Yes.
events come to me, so that's not so bad at all.
So some big events later this year. Jaguar, I think.
We have a Jaguar breakfast once a month.
Okay.
They can be fabulous.
Yeah.
It's 100 years of the Austin 7. We've got all sorts of 100 years of Triumph next year.
Yes, indeed.
So we will have I had a guy come into our Drive Your Triumph Day in a 1020.
Yeah.
So that car was coming up to 100 years old.
Whoa, amazing.
So
so I didn't realise we were 100 years next year. Yeah. Okay. So that's
1923.
Right. Okay. So one to watch. I'm sure there'll be some events next year.
Every day's a school day.
It is, isn't it? It's brilliant. Isn't it? It's brilliant. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic.
This year, I persuaded the guys to get, as I was telling Harry, to get the last Stag off the line out.
Yeah.
And the last TR7 off the line, put them out here for Captain Sir John the Black's birthday, 10th of Feb.
Right, okay.
It's something that the Americans set up,
Yeah.
and they've been doing it for about 8 years. Plus it's warmer, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it is.
But the thing that I do get a bit fed up in, other people, other countries seem to appreciate our history better than we
I know.
So I wanted to sort of do a bit more. So I got the two last of the line cars out, and everybody could come in, pull their car in.
Yeah, brilliant.
And the sun shone. It was cold, but the sun shone.
It was a bright day,
and we had 50 odd cars here, and it was a really good event. And we got a big write up on the global website saying how cool it was, which obviously American led.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, awesome. No, the appetite for British sports cars, I think, in the US is pretty strong, as you say. So, yeah. Any chance we can look under the bonnet? Would that be okay?
You certainly can.
Yeah, have a look. Wow, look at that. That's impressive. I love the chrome rocker covers and the top of the carbs there.
The chrome rocker covers and the other chrome bits were actually in a box when I bought the car.
Right, okay.
The guy who bought it had intended to fit them and never got round to it.
Okay. Yeah.
So that meant I could do it new.
Yeah.
So the only other one for safety, I've got the
Is that
fan
the,
on.
okay.
Kenlo fan.
Got Kenlo fan. Okay.
I'll be honest, it rarely comes on, so it's not been a problem.
No, but it's nice to know it's there, I guess.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I'm also old enough to know if you're in traffic, you put the blowers on the inside,
right,
don't you? If you've got the roof off,
first thing you do. That's right.
It doesn't hurt.
Try and cool the car down. Yeah. No, that's immense. That's really good.
Thank you.
Terrific, Rob. Well done. Voila. Great. Okay.
See if I can start it?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah. Whoa! Listen to that. That's a proper burble, isn't it? You can't beat that, can you? You really can't. It's amazing. Yeah.
It is a unique sounding engine. If you've got a good ear, you can tell this car is the only one that had this engine anyway.
Yeah. So there were some schools of thought about the one of our guys in Australia was asking whether the Stag V8 engine was ever used in any of the saloon cars back in the day.
It wasn't officially used.
Yeah.
The only cars that did try it was Saab.
Okay. Yeah.
It was a number of engines were sent over to Saab,
Yeah.
and they were developing that. They produced the turbo, and the rest is history.
Right.
So with the advent of the Saab turbo, that program disappeared.
Yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately, sadly, a lot in the British motor industry, the infighting between Triumph and Rover.
I know.
So you're left with just the one engine.
Yeah.
And the Buick-based marine engine.
Yeah.
That went on to be the famous Rover V8.
Yeah.
Took over in just about every other
model
opportunity.
Yeah. So they never use the Stag engines in any of the
This is
early
only
prototypes.
in this car.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. We're picking up a 2500S in a few weeks' time.
Nice.
That's got the inline 6. But I know some have retrofitted V8s into those because they will go. Yeah.
Yes.
You can't beat this sound though, can you?
And he showed you the last one here, didn't he?
Yes, we've done a feature on it this morning, yes. So, and if you missed that, then go on the channel and have a look. All right, guys. Well, Robin, that's been fantastic. Thank you so much for showing us your car. It's really, really great. And as ever, we present our people who do great stuff for the channel. Here is an Arry the Stag badge of honour. So I'm sure Robin will wear it with pride.
I'll find a space.
You'll find a space on his windscreen.
There she goes.
Brilliant.
For posterity.
Arry the Stag. Well done.
And it's even in the right colour.
It is, I know, look at that. That's right. Now, if you enjoyed watching Robin's Stag, and I'm going to call it Libby now, having seen the number plate on it, then click on my next video where we actually get to drive the very, very, very last Stag that came off the production line, and you get to sit alongside us and see what goes on.